Good morning and welcome to today's video. Today we are taking a look at one of the things that I got at the Sephora sale. The only product, well, since then there has been some change, that came out the same day that the sale came out. Okay, that hasn't changed. I didn't think there would be any more new products coming out, but there are, but I don't want to get them. But I really did want to get this. The Natasha Denona Glam Face Palette. This is the box, which is very unusual. Well, okay, you know what? Mine fell apart. That's why I thought it was unusual. I'm like, wow, it flips open. That's so strange. But I think the glue just came loose. Okay, there's a problem with the box. Who cares? And this is what the palette looks like. Isn't she pretty? So it's rounded at the top and rounded around the edges, and I just like that. I'm such a tactile person. This just feels good. The letters are raised though, which I just realized. It's kind of a rose gold color, hard to tell. And this is what she looks like. So these two products are cream, and there's a flap, a plastic protective flap, which, there we go, yay. And these are the eyeshadows. So I already did my foundation, and I usually go onto my eyeshadow so everything can set up, but I did my foundation and my base a little while ago, so I kind of want to go in. This blush is a cream, and she doesn't say if this is or not. This is super soft though. You could put this on definitely with your fingers. Let's just do a swatch. Wow, so smooth. Not even pressing hard. Very pretty. Kind of a champagne color, but definitely yellow gold underneath that reflection, which offers the champagne. Very pretty. And the cream blush feels like a powder. But I think if you dig in, which I don't really want to, somebody said it starts feeling like a cream. I got the color light, and there we go. I'm really not too sure about the blush color, if I'm being perfectly honest. And I'm not sure how I want to apply it, if I want to go in with a beauty blender, my fingers, or a brush. I think I'm going to try brush, on one side at least. This is a Trish McAvoy. It's quite old. I used to use this as my blush brush, and it is goat, and it's not incredibly dense. Unlike so many brushes that are coming out now, super, super dense, and because I'm not so sure about the color, I don't want to really go in dense, and just kind of load it. Take a little bit off in the hands, so I'm sure not to be overloaded. It's very pretty. That's interesting. I'm not feeling that it's so orange when it's on my cheeks, but it could be, who knows what it could be. Maybe I'm just taking off my foundation. That's my skin coming through. Let's try a little bit with the finger. I think that's very fresh. I do like it. Yay! I think this is the kind of color, if you wanted to be very fast in the morning, you can just put it up here and call it a day. I'm just going to do whatever's left because I am going to put on those eyeshadows. I'm still working on the brows, you guys. I feel like I can get this one to look really good, but this one not as much. You know, sisters not twins. But as soon as I have the magic combo, I will let you know. Alright, I am enjoying this. Now, I want to do a highlighter with my finger, just to see, because I'm kind of afraid, honestly, that a brush might give me more than I want. It is so smooth. There's no micro glitters in here. Okay, so you can go subtle with this one. And I know that there are some of you who don't like the subtle look, so we're going to do a brush on this one. But what kind of brush, she asks. You could always go in with an eyeshadow brush if you want a smaller space. This is less dense, but it's a bigger space. I'd love it if I had something that was less dense, but a smaller space, but we're going to do it anyway. Look at that pickup. Knock that off. That's very, very pretty. I'm afraid to put some on my nose. I'm going to do it with my finger. Oftentimes when I'm doing videos, I'm like, oh, I'm going to put some on my nose. I don't realize until I go to the other room that it's way too much. Hard to tell because I have uneven light. I'm just going to do a pinch with like a spotlight with the finger. And then I want to compare it with another highlighter that I have. The Makeup by Mario is the only other, well, I have other highlighters, but not by themselves. This is the Makeup Mario in Pearl. There's more lightness to this one, I think. Yeah. So the Pearl is not as reflective as this for sure. Let's just polish it up a little bit. Sometimes those pearls inside it needs some time. It's a more muted shine. Oh, there we go. What if we did the same thing? The Denona is smoother, 100%. The colors look pretty darn similar after you do that, right? They both have gold in them. It's not that there's more gold in the Denona. It's almost as if there's more of a copperiness to it. This may be more yellow gold. But you know, when I'm holding it up, the colors look different. So I'm just going to turn a little bit so you can get a sense. And there's my comparison. So these are named in what you can do with them. So I can't read it, right? But there is, I think this is crease, transition, smoke, inner corner, and this must be outer corner. I happen to like it when somebody tells me, look, if I put it on the way they say and I don't like it, I can change it, but I do not mind that. So I'm going to go on with transition first, and I'm not going to use it as a transition. I'm going to use it all over the lid. They're kind of powdery, and I will swatch when I'm done. And it looks kind of dark in the palette, but it's not all that dark. If you've never been here before, I consider myself a light medium, and I have listed some of my favorite foundations and the color I am in those foundations down below. Just open that box. I think on the phone it's an arrow now, and it's a small little arrow that they hid because I don't know why. We have every kind of sound going on. I hear a prop playing. Someone like 7 houses down is having a plumbing problem, so there's been a plumber doing something outside. My neighbor's construction is completely quiet, and somebody got a dog, and I don't know if the dog is locked outside or if he just has access to outside, and he barks for hours and hours and hours, and it's been going on for months, so you might hear that. I'm going in with crease. Very nice. You know what I like about this is it feels like you can't go too dark for my skin tone. If you're very, very, very fair, maybe, but I do like that. I'm glad I decided to get the light color instead of the dark color. Plus, I did just buy the Biba palette, and that has darker colors in it. And I'll do a comparison to the Biba as well. This eye's a little more hard because I can't feel my orbital bone, so I have to guess. I have 2 brilliant Hakuhodo brushes here, and The numbers for some of my favorite eyeshadow brushes are down below, and I'm so glad I did that because I can't read the numbers anymore. The paint has worn off. This one I can read still. It looks like S160, could be 150. This one I cannot read. So I probably have it listed, actually, thinking about it. A Hakuhodo that isn't the S150 or 60. I'm going to go with Inner Corner. So pretty. I'm not huge into an inner corner highlight, personally. I'm putting on more than I would if I was doing inner corner, so you can get an idea of what the color is like, but it's very pretty. And just tap that so there's a nice transition. I don't really understand why I'd want to put this in my outer corner. I will, but why? It's very pretty though. This is a Refer 26. And this is perfectly lovely. I could just do a little liner, do a little mascara, and call it a day. But I'm here to show you what these look like, so we're going in with smoke. Same Refer brush. It's interesting, when I was doing this, I felt like my crease shade, here it looks warm, but on my lid it looks cool, which is fantastic. Let's see if this does the same thing, because it looks warm. Maybe I shouldn't have used the same brush. There we go. I don't want to go too crazy. Just a little definition. So before I go on with my mascara and get you the final look and pick out a lipstick, let's just do a little bit of swatching. And I'm going to just do it right to left, or left to right. There's all of them except for the final. And again, on my finger, this one looks cooler, but in the pan, it looks warmer. Oh, that outer corner looks peachy on my hand. And there we have the color story. It's really, really pretty. And, you know, usually with Denona's 5-pan palettes, I feel like I need more mattes. This time she gave us 3 mattes with only 2 shimmers, and that just works better for me. And I'll show you what it looks like next to the Biba. The Biba is much darker, and the undertones are very, very different. You know, kind of same life, I would imagine that this one in dark might be closer to the Biba palette. Let me put on some mascara and find a lip and show you the final look. I am back. I did the Ilia Volumizing Mascara. I did my tight lining with the Macro Tech from Natasha Denona in brown. And my lip is the M Cosmetics pencil in Bunny. And I just, you know, lined, and then I smacked my lips together. It's creamy at first, but now it's drying, so I might want to put a little something over it. But this is the look, and I am pleased with the look. I'm a little too much sheen for me, but I did that for you. So what do I think? I think it's a beautiful color story, and it is the kind of thing you could absolutely travel with and just feel like you're done. Bring a pencil, bring a mascara, your eye is done, and all you need is your lip. Let's see. This feels very dry, and I'm not sure it will make a nice lip color, but oh, it's too light for me. Yeah. Well, it's something. I'm not sure it'll feel comfortable, but it's, you know, get a gloss, a little colored gloss to go with it, and you're good to go. I think the formulas are beautiful. They are on par. I didn't have any problems with any, but with the smoke shade, I felt like I wasn't getting my payoff right away, but I had gone in right before that with the same brush with this shade, and that was probably still on the brush, just getting in the way. Once I swiped off that brush, it was fine. And yeah, I mean, up to you. I really like it. I like it because this could be the palette. Oh, I just said this about the Biba palette. This could be the palette I could go to when it's just, I don't know what to do. But this kind of has it all. It has the blush, it has the highlighter, and it has a lighter look than the Biba can give me. So I like that. I imagine that you could go in with the smoke. Let's just try and get something a little bit bigger. I didn't do that. I was going for an everyday look. So let's go in with this here, Wangos 18 probably, and just bring this smoke into the crease and down like a number 7. There we go. Day, night. Totally works. That's it for me, you guys, today. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I hope it was helpful to you, and I hope you come back again. Until we meet again, be safe, be smart, and I'm wishing you good health.